Is this better than a Mercedes S-Class? We're going to find out in today's video. I've been long-term testing the Genesis G90, so let's get right into it. Powering this is a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 paired to an 8-speed and a mild hybrid system. Total system output is 409 horsepower and then 405 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 17 around town and then 24 on the highway. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now, starting off with the hood, you can see the giant Genesis logo, and this one has the matte white paint. We've got the signature split light design and then massive front grille. And when you put all the elements together, this definitely has a distinctive luxury appearance. Tire and wheel setup up front is 245 by 40 by 21. In the rear, it is 275 by 35 by 21, so slightly staggered. And when it comes to the wheel design, I think it's very intricate, very beautiful looking. You've got the brown brake caliper to contrast. Very sharp looking lights for the turn signal indication on the side. And then you notice the mirror cap as well as the door handles are painted to match. And just like a Mercedes S-Class, this is a very large sedan. When it comes to key fob features, we've got the Genesis logo there. On the side, we've got the self-park feature. You have to remote start it and then you can actually use that feature. And then we've got our lock and unlock in the opening for the trunk. When it comes to the cargo area, it is quite spacious. Again, this is a large sedan, so there is plenty of room. And of course, being a luxury car, everything is automated. Giant light bar here in the back. You can see chrome finish with the badges. That will cap things off for the exterior. Pop-out door handles with keyless entry, and let's pop in. Now, the material used in the design on the door panel is quite beautiful. You can see the chopped carbon, it looks like, or forged carbon, actually. And then you'll note that not only do we have memory seats, but we've got like a lounge function with the seats. You even have a massage function. That is crazy. And look at this, we've got pillows here in the headrest and just really nice trim all down the center of the seat. Man, these shoes do not fit this car. But anyways, legroom is great back here. Got a little storage compartment. And then I think this is supposed to, there we go, reveal a little 12 volt and a USB, and then you got some vents above it. Plenty of ventilation back here, by the way. And you'll notice that they actually put more of that forged carbon on the back of the seats. Now, if that wasn't enough, we've got some mirrors here for the back passengers. And I like the finish on the headliner. We also have our own sunroof. Now, I've got the center console thing angled for lighting purposes, but you've got your seat adjustments on the side, and then you've got basically a secondary infotainment system in the center. And you'll notice that I actually have this button here, and yes, that closes the door. But the center console thing also comes with a wireless phone charging pad as well as more storage, and so yeah, you can see how bright that got. But yeah, really cool unit. Let's now check out the front features. Now, the front door panel has all of that same nice trim as the rear door panel. You also have blind spot monitoring, and then you can see a nice finish on the controls for the memory seats, massage seat, all of that. And you also have controls for the sun shades. Yes, there are sunshades with this car too. And then look at this seat design. Absolutely beautiful. And then you've got all of your adjustments there on the side with lumbar support, thigh bolster support too. And as you can see, the passenger has a lot of these same features. Not quite as much adjustment as the driver though. Now, there's a button to close the door, but you can also just push the brake and it'll close. Two-spoke design with the steering wheel, a nice stitching on the airbag cover. Practical controls on the front for like your volume, voice command control. We've got our adaptive cruise control here on the other side and the nice paddles there on the back. Full digital gauge cluster here in the center as well. You can kind of customize what this displays information-wise. And you guys can see I've been averaging pretty decent fuel economy, so you can actually do pretty well in this. 360 camera system with really good resolution, and then it does have an exterior shot as well with the car. The infotainment system is super easy to use. It's quick to respond. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. I love how you have the mood curator. These luxury cars try to add so many little gimmicks. And something that's, I guess, less gimmicky, heads-up display. I just want you guys to appreciate the dash design. Not the best lighting, but you can see with like the vent trim that goes across. You got in the recessed area more of that forged carbon. Nice finish on these climate controls. So of course, dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats. Again, they've got massage function. This has perfume for the air, so it smells nice. Heated steering wheel too. A little bit of storage with the cup holders, and then we have this whole center section. Basically, you've got your transmission select, analog controls for the radio, and then you got analog controls down below for the heated, cooled seats, to close the doors for the front and the rear, and then your drive mode select. And then behind all that wireless phone charging pad, just press this button next to it, and we've got the opening for the console here. Has a 12 volt and some USBs, lots of charging in this car. There is another center for the front passengers too. Now here's our window sticker for this G90. You can see after destination and everything, $102,750. Let's see how the G90 performs. G90. Let's talk about the things I like first, and then we'll talk about the things that I think Genesis could improve on the G90. So in terms of things that I like, it's a very good luxury car. Like, suspension's very comfortable, sound deadening is great. It's very well insulated. And with a massage seat and everything, like, this gives you a very nice luxury car drive. Like, you just float down the road. It's really good. And there's so much space in this car. This is the thing about these big cars, is you get them so you can kind of like lounge. Like, I've got really long legs, and there's more than enough space for me to kick the seat back a bit, and the back passengers still have plenty of space. But anyways, yeah, for me to kind of like lounge here in the driving seat. And so it's very comfortable because of that. Very, very comfortable. Sound system's great. It's got the like, kind of pop-out speakers on the sides, which is kind of a cool little feature. Everything's easy to use. And there's a nice finish on all the controls, so everything just feels premium in here. It's definitely a nice place to be. So that's kind of the positive. It does a really good job. It handles well. Got lots of great tech. First negative is actually tech. I think that, and this isn't just a Genesis thing, this is just luxury cars in general, I think they've gotten too techy. I think there's too much of an emphasis on tech rather than on luxury like it used to be. I think there's a lot of people that would welcome to farmland. There's just a goat in the middle of the road. Anyways, someone will get him. They'll get back in. It happens all the time. Don't worry about it. He's just snacking. So just too much tech. I think that people would love to just have like the comfort, the luxury this has, and not have like the fancy doors that open and close, you know, kind of partially open and close for you, and don't really care about having like this has like the self-driving stuff. I think that actually makes a lot of sense with this car. But yeah, there's just a few gimmicks with this. I think the doors is one of the biggest, but it's not like a deal breaker. But I do think it's something for luxury car manufacturers to kind of consider. The engine, I think this is fine for an entry level. I think Genesis needs to figure out a more powerful powertrain if they want to keep making this car. Now, I'll mention that at the end. I'll talk about that at the end. But like, yeah, if they want to keep making this car, like Mercedes offers a V8, Audi offers a V8, BMW offers a V8, and so I understand this is less expensive than the Germans, but yeah, it's this powertrain in this segment for such a big car, like it feels adequate, but it's not like the Mercedes, especially. That one's the best one out of the bunch, I think. It is just this smooth rocket. Like, you just can't do this in the US legally, but hypothetically, you can just cruise at like well over 100 miles an hour, and it's just stable, and the engine isn't struggling at all. Like, it's just boom. It's so nice. So doubt they'll ever do a V8, but that would greatly benefit this car. Now, in terms of continuing to do this car, I don't think these cars make sense anymore in the US. People aren't buying these. People don't really buy BMW 7 Series. They don't buy Audi A8s. They don't buy Mercedes S-Classes anymore, and they're not buying these G90s. People just don't really want big luxury cars. They want big luxury SUVs. So I think that Genesis would actually be much better off taking this and putting it in an SUV. I remember, like, I don't know, a year or so ago, I heard they're going to do a GV90, and I don't know what's happened to that, but that's really what they need to do, is a GV90. This stuff, this luxury, needs to be in an SUV, and that would do significantly better, because that's just what people want nowadays. They don't want a car, at least here in the US market. And so I think this is really cool. I think that Genesis has gotten a lot figured out with this, and they can now take this and apply it to an SUV. And if they did that, it would sell significantly better. And I think they could actually do really well, because the other manufacturers kind of hold back on their big luxury SUVs except for Mercedes with like the Maybach, but that's extremely expensive. So if they can offer a ton of luxury in a big SUV, and it is also reasonably priced, they could actually do quite well. Let me know your thoughts.